Today's video is going to be all about props, where to buy them, how to make them, and the most affordable options to get a hold of them. As you can tell from my Instagram, I am a prop fanatic and I certainly would not be where I am without props. So let me walk you through how I think of ideas, because there's more than just your typical riser blocks, acrylic blocks. You can even get into disco balls and candy and food and fruit and just random things that you normally wouldn't think of. So without further ado, let's jump right on into this video. Some of the companies that I'm going to talk about in this video, I have discount codes for. So if you purchase, I will have the discount code pop up on the screen for you. So make sure you jot that down and use it because you will save money at checkout. But before I get into the expensive props, let's start with the most affordable options for props first, and then I'll go into the bigger tiers. When I was starting out, I could not afford props. Let's be honest, props are stupid expensive, and I'm gonna say for no reason, but it is a huge reason. It really makes an image. So I would actually go into Goodwill, find vases, find different ceramics, find different things that looked like a bathtub or something that looked very pretty, or even arches are good options, and get a can of spray paint and spray paint that. Never do glossy finishes because you will hate yourself when you get into editing. Make sure everything is a matte or like a soft matte finish is like the most beautiful finish on a product. It gives it a nice glow where the light's hitting it. The shadows are nice and everything just kind of blends very nicely, very soft. It's like so buttery to look at. It's gorgeous. But when I wasn't able to find stuff at Goodwill, I would always go to TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx still to this day is one of my #1 places for getting like blocks that I can use for risers and arches, and they have so many options. I got this stone right here at TJ Maxx for I think probably $3, and then this arc here was on sale for $5, and to get an arc like this is gonna cost you close to $60 or $70 online. So I left this block as is, but you can always spray paint it. You can constantly change it depending on what shoots you're doing, but try to utilize your local discount stores, whether it's TJ Maxx, Ross, Dollar Store. Just think of where you can buy stuff that's random and cheap. That randomness is kind of what you're looking for, because that's where you're gonna find odds and ends that can make cool pieces that other people don't have. Craft stores are another really great option. They have a lot of miniature sets, such as dollhouse sets. They have little toys, little dragons, little animals, fairies. You can even create a lot of scenes using the plants they have there. They have fake grass. So it's a really good option for any category you're in, whether you're doing some more organic, natural skincare or something a bit more fun and pop, like you want that in there. Craft stores are great. I personally like Michael's, but I also only really have Michael's right here, so. Another great option is AliExpress. The only problem with AliExpress is that you are going to be waiting about a month or two for your products to come in. But if it's something you don't mind waiting for, it'll come in eventually. It's a really good way, especially to start your backdrop collection. It's not the best quality backdrops, but it's cheap and you can use it, and it's a great alternative. I still even have a couple AliExpress backdrops myself that I use. If you know how to do a little touching up in Photoshop, you're golden, and it's a great, great option. You can also get a lot of random stuff. You can buy books on there. You can pretty much buy anything your heart desires, which is really cool. You can buy equipment, even get like your backdrop stands and stuff like that. So AliExpress, great option. Just make sure you're prepared to wait on the shipping. And check the dimensions of things before you buy, because it has happened to me so many times where I buy something and then I realize it's the wrong size and I can't even use it, so it's a waste of money. Typically, it's not a lot of money wasted, and what's really nice is you can get like riser sets, like basic blocks, for probably like under 20 bucks and get a whole set. I believe that's where I got my first collection from, and it was so worth it. I waited and waited and waited and waited, and it finally came in, and I was so excited to use it. I took like a bunch of fun shoots for my portfolio to get some new style images in there, so definitely utilize AliExpress. The #1 place that I get props from, I'm not talking about riser blocks or like your basics, I'm talking about fun props, is Amazon. After I talk to a client and I figure out the brief, I figure out what kind of vibe they're going for. Recently, I did this really killer retro shoot. So I used Amazon like a search engine. I just kind of search key terms that I feel describe the shoot I'm going for. Retro, vintage, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and I see what comes up. I don't give anything specific. I just say one keyword and see what pops up. And usually I go down like a deep, dark rabbit hole of spiraling of like ideas because there's just so many ideas going on in my head. And that is the #1 source of inspiration, of prop buying. Like everything I do, Amazon for the most part. Love Amazon. Fresh flowers is another great prop, and you can pick that up at your local grocery store. At first, I thought you had to go to like a florist to get flowers, but then I realized they're expensive, their selection's kind of slim, like slimmer than I thought it would be, at least my local places. So I go to Publix and they have fresh flowers in the front, they got the vibrant flowers, they have the natural looking flowers. Great option to add some live scenery into your photos, and very inexpensive. They're like $8 to $12 for a whole bushel of flowers. I feel like I say that very weird, but get the whole bundle of flowers, $8–10, and it'll last you for multiple shoots. It also makes some cute decor in your home, so you know, you gotta get double aspects in there. As for actual product photography props, the beautiful big chunky blocks and shapes that you see the top photographers using, you've seen some on my page. #1 place for these beautiful babies is Moodlier. Moodlier is very expensive. It is not cheap. It is not cheap at all. However, I love them. The finish on it is just so beautiful. It gives you this nice, beautiful gradient, like I was talking about with that soft matte finish. It's beautiful. They're lightweight but heavy duty at the same time. You can wash them off. You can do pour shots, texture shots, splash shots. You can do swatches on it and you can just rinse it off. And if you wanted to change the color, you could file it down and spray paint it. Although I just use the finishes I have, and I've learned to adjust colors in Photoshop. So I get this peach color and it's very easy to change it to green, yellow, orange, blue, white, whatever it is I need. Because they're so expensive, I don't want to buy them in every color. Like one block can cost you over $100. Plus if you live in the States, it is like $30 shipping on top of that. So I usually only try to buy those if it fits into a client's budget, and then I'll put it in their prop budget, and then I can also utilize it for additional shoots later down the road. But if you have the money and you're wanting to invest in props that are just amazing, I recommend using those because they're so versatile. You can turn them upside down, sideways, at an angle. You can use them in so many different scenes, and it just adds a little bit of a pop. It's almost like if a person's not a photographer and they look at that image, they'll be like, wow, that picture is good. I don't know what about it makes it so good, but it's good. And it's because you have that prop in there, and it's adding just a very subtle, just oomph into your images. A company I have not purchased props from yet, but I have purchased backdrops from is Everyday Co. They do make some really nice backdrops. I like them a lot. Their props I have not gotten a chance to use, but they do sell this acrylic tray. It's a little on the pricey side, but use my code and I believe you get 20% off. It's a really large acrylic tray, which is perfect for every splash shot, every texture shot, every pour shot. Just, it kind of keeps the mess confined, and then you can also play with water, which is really important to me because I think the water shots are so much fun to play with. Definitely check out that tray. I was on the hunt for that tray for so long. I finally saw they came out with it and I pre-ordered it. I was so excited, and it's great. Another website I use for backdrops, not props, is Club Backdrops. I feel like I have to put them in there because I was using Everyday Co at first, but then I switched to Club Backdrops simply because their shipping is stupid fast. Oh my God. When you order something, you get it in less than a week, and I'm in the States. They're not in the States, so to get me shipping that fast is crazy. They do free shipping. It's 3 for 2 backdrops, plus they're always doing sales on top of that. So like you can walk away with 4 backdrops for under $100. Where else can you go that you see that? You can get custom backdrops on there. I've gotten custom graphic backdrops. I did checkerboards, and then I also have gotten a bunch of custom just solid color backdrops. They are so sweet, so easy to work with. I just wanted to throw that in there since I'm talking about just products, backdrops, stuff like that. I can do another video more specifically on backdrops in different stores, so you have different options if you'd like, but Club Backdrops is my go-to. Everyday Co, their backdrops are gorgeous. They have really good, vibrant, funky, fun, just like very uplifting, exciting backdrops. But I think club backdrops is more practical from a financial standpoint, shipping standpoint, and I think it's a lot more customizable to what your projects are that you're working on. So they're both really great options. It just depends on what you're looking for. And I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else I get props from, and I think that is it. I'm telling you, when I say Amazon takes the cake, Amazon takes the cake when it comes to fun props. Like, even like candy props, I get everything from Amazon. It's such a good search engine when you think about it like in a good way. It really stimulates a lot of ideas when you use that key term trick I told you about. So that is all I have for you guys today. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing because it really does help with the YouTube algorithm and my channel. And if you have any other places that you source props from, I would love to hear about it. What is your prop process, your prop sourcing process? How do you find them? What ideas do you have? How do you come up with creative, just concepts in general? Leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear them, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.